Hey, what's up? So big thing, well not big thing, but a tough thing happened to us today. It was one of those rough days and I thought it'd be a great idea to make a video about what happened and then get it from two perspectives.
We were in Pasadena earlier today for the CSET test I'm taking. It's a test to get into the multiple subject credential program for teaching. I've been so stressed out and studying a lot for it. So anyway, I didn't sleep very much last night. Took the test today and hung out in Pasadena with his uncle for a little while.
We got home, we were tired. Jenny was changing the boy, Emmett, and
I'm just beat. I'm still so tired. Anyway, so I told Justin I wanted to take a nap, just like 30 minutes. And he said he'd watch Emmett. So anyway, I thought it'd be nice before I took a nap and would go change his diaper. So I got him in there, I was laying him on the changing pad, and just like all of those times, the doctors, your friends, everybody warns you, don't let him fall off the changing pad.
She turned, I was in the room, and she turned for about maybe 2 seconds. And the next thing that happened was I heard this, oh man, it's the worst part of my day, this horrible thud.
I had my leg there, I just reached over this way to roll up his diaper to put the tape on so I could throw it away, and got literally turned one roll in, and next thing I hear him crying, and out of the corner of my eye I saw him flip, and I look over and he's crying and he's on the floor. It's like, oh shit, you know, I mean, he's like face down just crying. So I scoop him up really fast and I'm holding him and he's just screaming.
This flesh and bone hitting hardwood floor, and I turned and looked, and it didn't really process right away, but it was Emmett hitting the ground from the changing table because he rolled off of it. And
his little face was all red, his cheek, his head, more so his cheek, like in this whole area. So my mom and Justin were like, oh my gosh, I heard that, it was so loud. I didn't hear a thing. I was so tired, I'm still so tired. I literally did not hear a sound, and that's, I think, why I was so surprised that he was on the floor. It's like I looked over because he was crying, and it's like, oh my gosh. And my first thought was, how did that not make a sound? He fell off of the table. I was just in a daze.
It felt, this is a long day, man. Like I said, lots of things that happen, stress building up. She's worried she didn't pass this test. I'm tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, and I heard that horrible sound. My
first feeling was I was angry, first worried about Emmett, like that, did he say brain damage? That was my first thought, worried mom. Brain damage? Now he seems to be crying, moving his eyes, you know, Justin's doing the whole eye check thing.
I got angry, honestly. That was my first thing. I got angry and I wanted to yell at Jenny, and my first response was probably this was her fault in my head, and I wanted to yell at her, what did you do? What the hell happened? And very angry. And then secondly, I was kind of surprised at this when I look back at it. I wanted to hold Emmett. I told her, I'm like, give me him, you're worked up, give me him. And it was strange. I never wanted to hold a crying baby before in my life.
And then angry, I was angry at myself for letting that happen. I'm always so careful with him. I didn't even walk away from the stupid thing. I was sitting right there. The worst part is it's wood floor. And then I'm flashing back to a story my friend told me about how her doctor told her, don't ever leave him unattended. A baby one time fell for one and busted, it cracked its head open and died. It's like, oh my, on wood floor. It's like, oh, I'll make sure I never let him fall. And he's 10 and a half months old. He's never fallen off the changing table. And I don't feel like I did anything that was like stupid, I guess you could say. I didn't walk away from him. I was standing right there.
He had a bruise on his face. You could kind of see where this bruise was starting to fill in. And of course, the second thought was I was worried after my anger somewhat subsided, and I wanted to make sure he was okay. So I kind of know some of the general things to look for. If he hit his head, which I didn't see where he fell or hit, if he hit his head, I wanted to make sure his pupils were correctly dilating. They weren't too big. He was responsive. He never lost consciousness. There's no extreme swelling in his head. I kind of touched around his head to make sure he didn't feel any pain, and just try to make sure everything was kind of business as normal for Emmett.
Got him to calm down a little bit, and I nursed him, and he nursed for a very long time. I'd go to take him off, and he would just scream even more. We got the ice pack, we're putting ice on it. We'd put just for like 3 to 5 seconds at a time because it is cold. So pull it away, put it back, pull it away. And then after like 20 minutes, tops, I would say, he seemed fine. He started laughing, adjusting, and crawling around and back to his usual self. So I think it's been over an hour now, and he seems to be doing okay. Playing with his toys, up the stairs again.
Playing on hard surfaces again, probably gonna knock his face and hurt himself again. How is Emmett, how is Mom, and how is Dad?
I think Justin's doing okay. He's really tired too. I think he only got like 3 to 4 hours of sleep last night, and he did all the driving today. He watched Emmett while I was taking the test. So I know he was upset at first, not really at me, at least I don't think at me, just more at the situation. I'm gonna watch this video and he's gonna be like, I'm so pissed at her, but.
Mom is okay. She tried to go down for a nap. It was funny, after we finally got Emmett to calm down, I said, are you gonna be able to nap right now? She goes, oh yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted.
It was an accident, and I wasn't mad at him. Last night he was on watch with Emmett when he smacked his head on the piano. I mean, accidents happen, and we just learn from them and know we need to be more careful, a lot more careful.
Emmett's fine, how am I? I'm just done with today. I'm just done, dude. I just want to have some wine and just relax. I really wanted to scream really loud, not necessarily at Jenny, but I just wanted to yell and shout, and just so angry at what happened. Maybe it's because I couldn't control it. I wanted to push blame on someone. It really was just a genuine accident. It wasn't her fault. I could have probably made that same mistake, but I just was very angry.
Me, I'm doing better. I went upstairs to try to lay down and take a nap. It's like 8:15 at night, so I thought, I have the test stuff running through my head, the thing that happened with Emmett. I'm overly tired, but I'm hyped up on caffeine. It's just, I'm a mess. So I know I came back downstairs and he's got a little mark on his cheek, kind of like extending on his upper lip up to his cheeks. I think that's what took the brunt of the fall. But all in all, I'm doing a little better. Emmett's doing a lot better, and I think Justin's doing okay.
Fine, just tired. Just glad the little guy's laughing again. That was actually, when he started laughing again, I was pushing him in his swing and he's laughing. Everything felt okay. So, just another day in conquering parenthood with bumps and bruises.